You're rocking with the best. There is no rest. We keep moving forward. So, I'll give you time to get over your shock and join the live chat. As it's indeed. Uh-oh. Notifications are going out slowly. Boy, I swear, these people are something else. Y'all want to rig the notifications again. This is just terrible. It's rhetorical. You already know what the answer is. Pretty much. What they want, 30 minutes before they send out the notification? I think you got psychological problems, Mr. Wheat. No, that's not the case here. Well, just hit the super chat button and make a donation. I'm with you, Corey Mims. I don't need them in my finals at all. We do not need LeBron James in the NBA final yet again. To me, it's an insult to it's an insult to everybody's intelligence to keep putting them in there. Okay. Now we're waiting to see what happens on that note. What's happening is the fact that they have not sent out the notifications. So that means like I have to do everything manually, which is basically a problem whenever I do it manually. So I have to send them a note right now to let them know that, hey, you need to get that notification sent out. Now, LeBron James, is what you're looking at is his new video he got out called Long Live the King. That's what that picture is, where he's basically talking to some younger kid and basically bragging about where he came up and how he came up to try to make himself. It's another ego-stroking video by LeBron James. So, this is the reason why this is part of the way he is the way he is. Because at 15 years old, everybody's been kissing his butt and making waves and exceptions for him. I saw Manchester United let a team tie them today that had no business tying them in the last waning seconds of the game. I had a problem with that. So that was more important at that time. But here's the situation that many people should, get familiar with. LeBron James as a basketball player is not the kind of guy I think I can win an NBA championship with. I can't. If I'm being realistically honest, his ego is partially the reason why the team don't win. They don't move the ball. Whose fault is that? LeBron is dribble, pass, shoot. That's it. That's the game he plays. So if you playing a game of dribble, pass, and shoot, I mean, what do you expect to get out of it? It doesn't make any sense. If you're going to play that type of game, what does that say for the rest of the teams? You know, it just doesn't make any sense. If you're going to play that style, how many teams out there, period, would even want to put up with it? If this was not LeBron James, any other player, the coaches, people would have jumped down their throats and made them change their game. As great as Steph Curry is, he gets ridiculed more than LeBron James. Oh, Max, I've already addressed his performance. And that's what I mean whenever I see him crying on the internet. And then he goes and complains to YouTube so they can do something to my account. It's always a matter of time when it comes to him. Because all the things they do is kind of excessive. Did you do what I told you to do, Mr. Whiskey, about the notifications? Did you put it on all, including the posts? Shouts out to my man Kev. Kev work hard all day. Well, if you put that on, including that, take my URL, where it says help and support, and it says send feedback. Put my URL in there and say, why am I not receiving my notifications for this channel? They didn't send one out for this video. You know what that is. You know who they did. You know why this happened. Come on. You think it's a coincidence you didn't get something that said LeBron James in it from me? That's why you got to pay attention to the timelines. I got to watch Bright first before I can put it on screen, Fiend. Why do you think? Out of anybody out here, how many people that make videos about LeBron James? There are hundreds and thousands of people that want to make videos about LeBron James. I'm the one that got their attention. I think we all know why. And that's because I didn't play ball, I didn't sign with no organization, I didn't do all of these things that they think is imperative to putting me on the right platform. But the way they're handling things, I might sign with a company just so they can distribute and make sure they handle that stuff. Mm-mm-mm. That's sad. I'm trying to get everybody to get in here, but they missing out. Or they just not showing up because I had to manually go out and get people in here and give them the acknowledgement myself that I'm actually live. That's why I told you, go to my Twitter, @Carcino. You will definitely see a notification there for whenever a video goes live or anything. I'm sorry they did that to y'all. A billy goat, maybe. If you talking about goats. See, the thing is, the goat is a term that used to be defined for somebody doing bad. They were the GOAT. When you say somebody was the GOAT this week, who was the GOAT of the game? That's the person that messed up the game. So if you meaning that, yeah, he's the GOAT. LeBron gonna be the one to blow the game, definitely. So he'll be the GOAT. That's the original meaning to somebody named LL Cool J decided that I'm the greatest of all times. And then I'm the GOAT. Well, if you look at LeBron James' basketball game, you have to know something about... I'm glad you did, because that's the thing. Make sure you go to your managed subscriptions, find Carcino for Life, and where they got that little bell, hit the bell, and it's going to say all, occasional, or you want all, and when you click all, it's going to say even with posts. Click even with posts. I know he didn't say that. I know he didn't say that, but that's funny. If anybody think I'm living paycheck to paycheck, that's funny. I'm getting ready to jump on a plane right now. You don't travel on Christmas Eve unless you got money, bruh. That ain't somebody living paycheck to paycheck. I think I'm a few paychecks ahead. I could pay my rent for the entire year. Seriously. I think I'm okay. Not rich, but I'm okay. I ain't got to stun on him. I just got to keep making videos on him. I don't go at Nicki at all. When am I going at Nicki Minaj? What am I saying about her that's wrong? What do I need with credit? My credit can't go no higher than what it is. My credit is through the roof. Trill, dismiss yourself from the conversation when you say stuff like that. Yeah, but when you press the gray bell and you don't click all notifications, you won't get them. If I had a 550 credit score, nah, sorry. What I make, and I pay taxes every year. So there's, you know, it's a whole lot of different things going on, but I have to pay taxes every year. I'm doing charity events. I'm doing all type of different things out here. So you guys have no idea what we're doing in projects and stuff that we're investing in. I don't even listen to a kid if he's got to try to tell me what I'm doing and what I'm living and doing. He who has no idea. But we know what he's doing. Now, let's get back to LeBron. Now, LeBron, this is why LeBron is in the position that he's in. He's able to convince the NBA to build the league around him, make him the star, and they've changed the game to be formatted to where LeBron is comfortable. Meaning that he can just put his elbow in people's chests, shove them out of the way. He can lower his shoulder and run into people. Nothing's going to happen. He can take 5 steps. He can go up and do all his shots, and people are just going to talk about what a great basketball player he is. What great assists does he make? He can pass, I'll give him that. But what real great assists do he do? All he does is dribble, get down there, throw one pass, they catch, and they shoot. Really? Right, when Shaq did, is anybody saying Shaq was the GOAT or the greatest of all time? Who wasn't a Laker? Kobe was the better Laker. He was the better basketball player than Shaq. Kobe was the better basketball player than LeBron James. LeBron James is not a great off-the-ball basketball player. He's not. He can't play off the ball. He doesn't have better footwork than Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant has the best footwork. He can play off the ball. He can play on the ball. He can play any position on the court. Anyway, he knows how to get his shots off and how to get a great shot all the time. LeBron cannot do that. He gets the ball. He dribbles the ball all the way to the middle of the court or all the way back to the half-court line. Every time. He gets the ball. Watch him. Watch LeBron play. He'll get the ball. Somebody pass him the ball. He dribbles the ball all the way out to the half-court line. Where are you going? Where are you going that you got to take the ball all the way to the line so you can get a running start? Now, because the reason why he does that is because the defender stays by the three-point line. He either has his toes behind the three-point line because that's the way you're taught to play defense. You're taught to be the man, ball you and man, and stay in your position and guard the lanes. So he wants to get a running start because he's a momentum basketball player, that he's a rhythm player, and to throw his rhythm off, he has to be running into the shot, dribbling into it. He has to dribble up to do it. It's his motion. So to stop LeBron James, when he goes and does that stuff, you got to get up on him right away. Throw his rhythm off. Make him play half court. Don't let him get a chance to run up in a transitional play where people got to rotate to him, where he can gather that much energy. If you pick him up at the half court line, the only thing he can do, he can't dribble, so all he's going to do is this. And then he's got to be forced to make a move towards the basket. That's why he always calls for a pick, because he can't get by anybody. As soon as he gets the ball, no, yeah, bring that point guard up here. I want to score on this little point guard, yeah. I'm Braun. Look how Braun's schooling him. I'll be like, he's got the weakest player guarding him because he couldn't get past the good defender. I'm like, God, this guy's weak. No, he's weak, and you guys are stupid for following him. He's a weak basketball player, but when you tweak the rules for him, he can look good. They can make any fool look good. They're showing you that with Lonzo Ball. And you know Lonzo Ball suck because you're watching him as a basketball player. But what they're going to do, let him get opportunities to score. They're going to put him in the lane, so all he got to do is hit a couple of layups for a lot of you fools to say he's great. He's getting uncontested rebounds. He's trying. He's pushing the ball up, but he's not NBA material. Not now. And they was like, man, he was having yeah, he hit like 5 threes. Yeah, he's wide open. Who's guarding him? Lonzo just hit 5 threes. You see that? Like, yeah, he got 5 threes to go down. You think I can't hit 5 threes? Jesus Christ. He's wide open. So if you can't hit an open shot in the NBA, you don't need to be there. But what they showing is they can make anybody a star. If Lonzo Ball scores 2 points, guess what? You're going to see it on ESPN. Lonzo Ball scores 2 points. How many times you heard about Marquez Fultz? How many times you heard about any of these other players that came into the game? Fultz is basically out. But all the other rookies. You haven't heard about Fox. You barely hear about Tatum. They don't show you any highlights of him. And he's from Boston. They don't show you nothing from Jackson, from the Sacramento Kings. They don't show you any of these other players. They talk about Lonzo Ball all the time. Maybe you witnessed a commercial, Mr. Will. So I'm sorry I have to be the one to bring the reality to your front door and your steps. But that's what I do. I bring people out of the darkness, out of the sleep. I'm Morpheus. So I bring all you guys out of your slumber. But there's reason. Like they say, what's the rhyme and reason? That's the rhyme and reason, so that you guys can see. I have to bring you out of your slumber so you can see. Of course, that's what the whole NBA is about. They cater to those who they care about. Of course, he's ruined the league. But they needed another Michael Jordan. That's why they always throw Michael Jordan's name out there with him. Michael Jordan. They was trying to have him go against Kobe, because when Kobe got the case on him, they could no longer promote Kobe the way they wanted to. So they had to promote him as the villain. And LeBron was the good guy. The Mamba. Every time they show Kobe, it's a mean face. Mamba mentality versus LeBron, King James. Look at LeBron. He's the good guy. But they never could get that finals to work. Kobe got injured. LeBron couldn't get to the finals when they really was pushing it. against Orlando. I loved every bit of it because Orlando was not supposed to go to the NBA Finals. But every time Dwight Howard got the ball, he kicked the ball out when they doubled him, and they just kept hitting threes. It was beautiful. Oh, I love when they screwed up the NBA's plans. I clapped. I said, thank you. LeBron couldn't do anything. They tried. They like, we fouling people out. The Orlando just keep hitting threes. What do you want us to do? The ball going in the net. We can't. They shooting like 60% out here. And it messed up the NBA Finals. The Lakers had to play Orlando. And man, oh man. The NBA lost a lot of money. Oh yeah, Turkaloo. And that's my guy. I was talking to Turkaloo right before that happened. Right before, when he got to the Orlando Magic, me and Turkaloo talked. He was skinny then. He was skinny Turkaloo. And we talked about this moment. Him playing on the team and going to the NBA Finals. I was at the party with all of them. I'm fine, Mr. Malin. Turkaloo wasn't trash then. What everybody talking about mad? Yep, Petrus was killing them. They had a lot of people that was like beasting out on them. Well, Turk was the key, plus Rashad Lewis could do what he want to do. See, what Turkaloo want to do, what Rashad Lewis want to do, he'll kill you from three if you leave him alone in the corner. If you up on Rashad Lewis, he won't hit a shot. But if he wide open in the corner and you got him with the ball, he gonna kill you. That's how Rashad Lewis made a living in Seattle when they had him and Ray Allen. They were killing because everybody's worried about Ray. They forgetting about Rashad Lewis. And Rashad Lewis, that's how he got those big contracts. Everybody thought like he was the guy. And then when guys got up on him, they were like, oh, okay, you really ain't the guy. You just a piece that can come in. You like Joe Johnson. You like, everybody paid him like he was a franchise player, and he's not. He's a role player. Yep, so, well, he was out. That's all that meant. But LeBron's ego is the reason why they didn't win the finals. Because he doesn't know how to take himself out of the equation. He doesn't know how to say, okay, my way isn't working. Let's try moving the ball around. How dangerous would Cleveland be if they actually moved the ball around? You ever thought about that? I bet you they didn't. But they would actually be a lot better if they moved the ball around. That way guys don't sit there and get stagnated, and then on defense they're off balance. Because guys don't communicate, because they never communicated. Cleveland does not even practice. They don't practice. They have shoot-arounds, but they don't really scrimmage and have practice. They rarely practice. And they'd be like, well, it's hard for us to practice. We on the road and we switching. They barely practice. Oh, we got to preserve guys' legs. So you got a bunch of guys playing who don't really practice together. Yeah, it's the coach. But who's the coach? Ty Lue or LeBron? This is a guy that want to play 40 minutes every game because he knows he got to. Nothing has changed. They have been barely getting by with some of the worst teams in the NBA. Look who they've beaten in this streak. They haven't beaten anybody that's going to be in the finals or somebody that's a threat. They've been playing a bunch of bums for the last 20 games. They have beat no team of no stature during this whole streak. And they've been struggling against them. But yet, y'all so stupid. Y'all sitting up here, yeah, that's right. That's right, King James. I'm like, are you guys stupid? Are you watching the games? Kyle Korver has to save them. They'll be getting blown out by 20, and Kyle Korver got to at least hit 4-5 threes just to get them back in it. He was winning the games. Fourth Korver. They gave him a nickname, Fourth Korver. And you guys are so stupid, you are blinded by the show and the lights. And then you end up repeating the stuff you hearing off ESPN and Undisputed and all this stuff. I'm like, how are you doing this? You already know. You're watching it. They're giving them fouls that they... How many games LeBron James have played and he has not had a foul? That's unrealistic. That LeBron James could play an entire game and only have like one foul. Or no fouls. He played a whole game against the Clippers. They went to overtime. He had no fouls. Blake Griffin, and as much as they went to the hole, there was no way that they were only shooting like 4 free throws through the game. The Grizzlies, how they got robbed. You know, their announcer almost lost his mind because he's like, the Grizzlies are playing all in the paint, and you mean to tell me that no foul was committed during this whole this whole mission? No foul was committed, and they're barely winning these games. That means they had about 5-6 games that they really should have lost during this streak. So they should be a lot worse than their record indicates. But the refs had to carry them because they can't have Cleveland losing, but they still suck. So I already know what time it is when they can't do it no more. Because when they can't do it no more, they'll be like, okay, you here now, so ain't no need of trying to push you to the next level. You guys got to show and prove. Oh, they going to show and prove. And I can't wait till this Isaiah Thomas show up. Everybody like, oh, him and LeBron going to score 30 apiece. It's going to be like him and Kyrie all over again. This team ain't built like it was last year. This team not built like that. Because, one, they can get killed on the glass when they play certain teams. They getting killed on that glass. Jeff Green, they got to play Jeff as much as they can. But Jeff is kind of old. Jeff can't, you know, continuously play 35, 40 minutes a game to save y'all. You got Wade, he can't play every night. He going to have his legs for one game. Then the next game, he going to have 6. It's over. So, I mean, I know that. Oh, yeah, Isaiah's not, he's made to be the dominant player. Kyrie altered his game plan with LeBron. Isaiah is not the type of basketball player who can do that. He gets the ball, he's only going to make one pass. And if that one pass ain't there, then what? He's a I got to prove it to you player. Every team Isaiah Thomas has been on, he has had problems with teammates. Every single one since he's been drafted. He's got the little guy complex. Every team he's been on, there was a problem. You don't gotta believe me. You ain't got to believe me. It's the truth. And everybody knows it. Even Boston, even when he left Boston, all the players didn't like Isaiah. They did not like Isaiah. You know, when his sister died, a lot of the players were there for him. And that was sad that he went through that. But a lot of people weren't happy with him. That's why ownership would even think about moving him. But let's look at it now. Boston traded and revamped their entire team. Olynyk is gone. That guy Jericho, he's over in Utah. Clam Chowder gone. Isaiah gone. That wasn't just done for Isaiah. They're missing Hayward. That's a very big piece for them. That is another superstar talent that they had on their team that would have strengthened their bench, because Brown had to really come in and start and play right away instead of strengthening up the second unit. So now they're playing out of order a little bit, and Tatum had to just, he was a starter coming through. Now they're forcing to lean on them a lot, and these guys are getting tired. Everybody's like, why are they losing now? They like 500 in their last 8 games. Dog, they tired. It's a long season. You got a bunch of rookies. They played mostly 20, 30 games in college. Period. You're going to play 82 in the pros. So you're going to have nights where you're just exhausted. The ball ain't going in. You get out-hustled, out-worked by the other team. That's just the way it is. But if LeBron put his ego to the side and realized, like, hey, I really got a good team here, something positive can come out of that. Because you make your team stronger around you, they can be more dependable. People got to look out for them. Michael worked with Scottie and gave Scottie Pippen the belief, Scottie, you somebody. I'm going to trust you with the basketball. I'm going to get you there. He made Scottie Pippen better. He made Horace Grant play tougher in the paint. All those guys became all-stars because of Michael Jordan. B.J. Armstrong became an all-star. Scottie Pippen became an all-star. Horace Grant became an all-star. That's 4 guys that became all-stars with Michael Jordan. They were never all-stars before Michael Jordan. That's how you make somebody better, baby. Kyrie was an all-star before LeBron even got there. So he was already good, Kyrie Irving. He was already the best. Kevin Love was already Kevin Love before he even met LeBron James. He was better, actually. All these guys' games digress when they were LeBron. They don't get better. D-Wade got worse. Mo Williams, what did he ever do? What did you act like Mo Williams became a superstar? Mo Williams didn't do nothing. Chris Bosh game suffered. Who you gonna tell me next? Boobie Gibson? Drew Gooden? Exactly. All these guys who was killing. Boozer, killing in Utah. All these guys were better. Okay. Mo Williams became an all-star because another guy was injured and couldn't participate. So, let's look at that. Scottie Pippen was a starter on the all-star team when he got drafted. He was a starter. When Horace Grant got drafted, he got picked on the all-star team. He was a starter. B.J. Armstrong got drafted on the team, and he became an all-star. Without Michael Jordan, that team went to the second round of the playoffs against the New York Knicks and took them 7 games before they lost. So actually, they played a lot better without Michael Jordan. That's how you make somebody better. He made the team that much better that they was self-sufficient. So when LeBron don't play and they can't perform, how is he making the team better? Sounds pretty stupid, doesn't it? Sounds really stupid, don't it? Imagine if your manager taught you how to do something and you can only do your job once the manager's there. But when the manager leaves, you can't do your job. So the manager didn't make you better, did it? Well, I just wanted to make sure we get that assessed and cleared up so people understand what we mean. Oh yeah, Kevin Love was killing in Minnesota because he could play his position. He don't have to sit out there on the three-point line and wait for LeBron to pass him the ball so he can be Klay Thompson. And that's what all these teams are doing, is trying to become Golden State. Every one of these basketball teams are trying to be the Warriors. And if you don't have the personnel, it just can't happen. Kevin Love is not going to be Klay Thompson. Stop it. Stop trying to make him Klay Thompson. It's not going to work. LeBron like, yeah, see, we need a Klay. See, Klay don't even dribble. Look, he take one dribble and he shoot. I want you to watch this tape of Klay Thompson. Come on, Kev, you can do it. I believe in you. Y'all almost the same complexion. Yeah, all you got to do, take one dribble and shoot. Or just shoot. Pull up. It's sad. It's pathetic. It's really pathetic. What's up, Carlin? Nope. Look at Damian, what's his name? Lillard. He can't get to the playoffs because the West is so stacked. It's hard for him to even get on a team. Now LeBron James is, I want to change the All-Star game. No former NBA player in the world thought this is a good idea to make the game interesting. And it was like Magic and Isaiah sat there on the podium and talked about it together. Like, that's not the problem in the league. Y'all ain't even playing. Y'all ain't even defending nobody. You know, we ain't gonna just let somebody score. That's when the game started to suck. I've seen more defense in a scrimmage. Nobody's saying you got to go out there and injure somebody or play real hard, but at least try to defend and have some fun. It's no fun if somebody just going to stand still. You're going to dribble to the lane and dunk. Who wants to watch that? But who's responsible for that? LeBron James. The All-Star game is where you want to put on the show to entertain the fans. The Warriors blew a 3-1 lead. Well, y'all got beat 4-1. I stay current. Cavs lose chips all the time, B. They be alright. They tough, right? Y'all finished it. Y'all know the rest of the line. Cavs lose chips all the time, B. They be alright. They tough, right? LeBron James voice. Ain't no way we could play against that juggernaut. They tough, right? LeBron James voice. Y'all can call him King James. I'ma say whatever. I'm rolling with Kai. He bringing back the ball in error. Can't trust LeBron. He can't guard a stick. That's why Kyrie grabbed his bags and decided to split. The NBA got all these young kids and they playing like they don't care who LeBron is. I know he got that block, but I'm cooler with the shooter. After Kai won the chip, he said, I'm through with you. The league making all these changes because of LeBron, and he's still complaining. Yeah. Cavs lose chips all the time, B. You be alright. You tough, right? LeBron James voice. Man, ain't no way we could compete against that juggernaut. But you tough, right? LeBron James voice. Whoa. We out.